3. All right, the first episode of The Real Housewives of Lagos. Guys, I have tea for you. Enough. See, this is my teacup. I'm adding my water because I don't even want to drink anything that's going to confuse me. I'm going to give you guys the tea this season, and I love it. We have new cast this season. We have Caroline. Caroline is back. She's not a new cast. She's an old cast. She's back. We have Diadem, that is Ajola, and then we have Dabota Lawson. Guys, it's good. And then we have Sophia Mumudu. But there's something funny. I didn't get to see Sophia Mumudu in this first episode. So it opens up with Mariam, and Mariam was actually going to a fashion store. So she met up with this fashion designer, and she was doing her fitting actually. And she was like, her boobs were all out, and they were just making cranky jokes about the women. It opens up with Caroline. Ooh, that girl is fine. You know how she presents herself. I'm Caroline, Canem, I'm this, I'm that, I'm back, baby. She was actually on the phone, just making a grand entrance with her popular saying, spoil me with your loyalty and I will grace you with my presence. Period. That is my girl. And then we could see the next scene where Laura, because the first scene, Mariam actually had a call from Laura. Laura wanted to meet up with her and talk about certain things. So so the next scene, Laura and Mariam were sitting together. They met at this fine restaurant. They were dressed to perfection. These girls will kill me with fashion. I really love what Laura was wearing, and Mariam as well. So they were talking, and they opened up. Mariam was checking on Laura to ask about her surgery. It's like she actually did a mommy makeover. So Mariam was like, okay, how is it going? How is the bootay? And how is the flat tummy and all of that? So they were talking about surgery, bum and stuff. And then Laura asked Laura asked Mariam who she's seen ever since the season 2, and Mariam was like, I haven't seen anybody. And Laura asked a very, was trying to throw very salty question, like, even your bestie. And we all know who that is. It was Tony. Remember recap videos we did. If you did not watch it, Mariam and Tony had a confrontation, almost leading to a fist fight. It wasn't just a bare conversation, it was a fist fight because Toyin actually put her hand on Mariam. Mariam didn't press any charges, but yeah, it got to that point, Now another scene opened up with Diadem, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful, soft spoken. She has her words together. The scenes open up at her Beauty by AD beauty store. She's also into beauty. Like, we have 3 people doing beauty now. We have Laura doing beauty, Dabota, and Diadem, which is Ajola. And she introduced her daughter. She says she has money. She can buy literally anything that she wants. Putting yourself to owning a beauty brand that big, that's amazing. Kudos to you, girl. She's a mother, and she has a 6-year-old daughter. And she said she was engaged to be married, but it never happened. She actually had her introduction. So people were just hypothetically saying, or they were claiming that she actually was married, but she said she just had an introduction. It wasn't a proper wedding, so she never even got divorced. They just introduced, and then some story of the man always appearing and disappearing, go for years, come back. So she just couldn't take it. And then we go to the next scene again when it opens up with Dabota Lawson. She was once married. I don't know. Allegedly married to a billionaire. I guess it's not even alleged. She was once married to a billionaire. Where she got her name from Dabota. Yes, this girl is fine and tall. Like, she's quite tall. And we got introduced to her. She was at her home. You could see, like, the class. The air was fresh. The decor was on point. Let me sip my tea. This girl, they brought their A game to the show this season, and I can't wait. It's going to be a bang. I just believe so. Back to back. The show, she was in her home. They show her fleets of cars. There was like Range Rover. There's Ferrari. This girl got hopped into her Ferrari and went to her a shop. Came by, Miriam came by. Miriam was looking really sexy. That girl, her boobs are always out. Like, she called them Scar and Star. Scar and Star, they're always outside. And yeah, she came into the office and they were chit-chatting, and she actually invited Dabota to Laura's shop launching, and the new hair, she's saying like an afro hair that she's launching. And yeah, Dabota she was contemplating if that was her class. You could tell Dabota, she was actually like, fidgeting. I don't know if I want to go. It was for me like, I beg, my class, my level, kind of. It was looking like she was talking down on Laura, thinking, is the event even going to what it? Am I supposed, like, I don't know. And then, these beauty people, they always have like competition amongst them. We know that. We move over to Caroline and her friend Elizabeth. So Caroline was trying to explain to her, what's been happening. Caroline told her that the father of her children apparently has taken the children to live with them for some couple of times, get to bond with them and everything, which is okay. It's fine. She said she's been with the last one since she was 2, and she's almost like she's a teenager now, or a preteen. So she's excited. She's happy they're staying with their father, and the boys are quite big. So I don't think that's a problem. The woman will not be the only one to stay with the kids. I think they need to bond with their dad, which she said the kids loved it, and she's happy, and that's it. She's just out here living her life, and she feels sad about it. She cries about it, but it's fine. And then she said she also have watched the previous episodes, and she now finds where she was at fault. She said she was going through a lot. She was, a little depressed and sad about a lot of things. She was hot about a lot of things that we do not know. Maybe it has nothing to do with the show. And she felt ganged up against. Like, she felt like the ladies were ganging up against her. For some reason she could not tell. Like, everybody just kept attacking her. From Laura, from Chioma, from, even Mariam. Talking about Mariam, she decided to call Mariam, and Mariam was still at Dabota's office. Yep, they need to have a sit down and talk about what's been happening, and talk about, just everything. Like, maybe they both need to apologize. She also needed to apologize and admitted that she called Tony, because life is fleeting. She called Tony and they hash out whatever it they had. Then the next scene we move over to, the next scene was the day that Laura was launching her makeup line. Not launching, 1 year anniversary of the makeup brand, and launching a hair brand, a new hair. It was a kinky coily hair. You do your dreads, you do your hair with it. So yeah, that was a day. And we moved to Diadem. Diadem was coming in looking so fly. Look at that. Woo! This girl is so pretty. She was coming in looking fly. All that surgery. The butler was saying at one point, like, anybody who can do surgery, she does not care. If your waist is not snatched, you can snatch it. And I could tell that Diadem is a very close friend to Dabota. You get to see that. And she's definitely done her body. You could tell. It's so wide. The hips are so wide. I don't think that's natural. She has done her body. Allegedly. In fact, she's done her body. No, it was very wide. But that's fine. I don't have any problem. If you want to fix something about yourself, go ahead and do that. That's none of my business. What? Okay, so she was walking in, and there was a red carpet. Actually, a red carpet moment for everybody, for all the ladies that were walking in. And yeah, she actually got in there. She was surprised that Laura, and she said, she made a comment before going to the party. She was like, they actually pay me to attend people's events, but I would just do this one. It's for Laura. And that together, now we have Mariam on the table.
I like the positivity.
We have Laura, we have Dabota, and we have Diadem. By the way, when Dabota saw Diadem, I'm not sure she knew that Diadem was on the show. They're quite close friends, as from the way they greeted each other. You can actually see
Dabota.
They were super excited meeting each other. They were so happy. I'm like, oh, okay, they know each other. They're like, okay. And somewhere along the line, Dabota said Diadem is a baddie. I know her very well. She's a baddie. And I don't think Ajola, which is Diadem, I don't think she found out. She was like, I'm just here happy to see you. Kilo Shele. I'm just here happy to see you. And all of a sudden you say I'm a baddie. Like, I don't think people like that word anymore. Back at the table, she was just insisting on how she could sell her hair. Which was a little bit like, okay. She was like, okay, it's like bundles, guys. This hair comes in bundles. It's actually like, you could braid. It comes in small bundles. And that small bundle, one is $120. Just for that bundle. So Dabota was like, okay, when she heard it in dollars, she was like, okay, $120. Maybe I could get like 3 or 4. Just for her to say, okay, convert. When you're saying $120, how much in naira? As in 160 something or 70 naira. So apparently, Dabota said she was buying 2 or 3 bundles. I'm like, for this small hair, I'm paying 428 naira. But I don't even see why. Like, why would you put it so expensive? Like, I don't understand. Is it for your fans on Instagram or for like how? And then this was like almost the final scene, and all of a sudden, like Mariam brought up Caroline, and Laura was trying to explain to Mariam, like, you know what? Those are not my people, and I hope you did not invite her, of course, because Caroline said that, you remember the previous season where Caroline said that she saw Mariam in the hotel, that they came to pimp her. We all know pimping somebody is like doing runs now. They came to give her for a shower to one particular minister in the hotel, and Caroline Danjuma said that she was there. And she saw Laura, and she was coming there to be pimped. So Laura said this particular sentence, which of course nobody supports, caused her a lot of problems. Her in-laws called her. She's married. She said she's married to an Igbo man. It was not easy. Her relationship was under a lot of pressure. And don't forget the meaning of that. What is the meaning of that? She was being pimped. How they can call, when they call meeting on your head, say, don't bad. It's almost, it's something that can literally break your marriage. So Mariam was like, yes, they say things that can actually break their marriages, like what Caroline said, But she was like, and then again, now when things like that are said, not everybody is going to believe if it's true or if it's a lie. Not everybody's going to believe. So she was just like, that was one of the breaking points in her marriage, and she went through a lot in the hands of the in-laws and the husband, trying to convince them that it was just a rumor, or it was just coming out of someone that was, angry and bitter and was trying to get at her. So yeah, so she really said she don't want to see Caroline. She will have to like real meet her. That the window is open. She will have to meet her for a proper conversation. And Diola was just there. She's like, I can't understand. You people have to solve it. I just can't understand. I can't relate. And then we're almost coming to the end of the season. And Danjuma was asked to grade the event, and she gave like a 7 on 10. I'm like, Dabota was asked to grade the event. It was like a 7 on 10, which is 70 and 100. Claiming that wasn't bad. I'm like, Dabota, if somebody comes to your event and rates it 7 on 10, I hope you're going to be happy. She was like, it's 7 on 10. At least the event wasn't bad. At least she's kind of said the event wasn't bad. And, she said she could vibe with Laura. Her vibe, her energy was positive. But Laura was very skeptical. Very like, I don't know if I can vibe with these girls yet. I don't want to get myself in a situation and all of a sudden, explosion. And that was it. And then it ends. And the season ends. And then it cuts off to give us a small, scene from the upcoming episode, where we could see the ladies, they gathered, they're sitting in a tea party. This was like a tea party, it looked like a tea party, and they were having conversations. And Mariam was like, Mariam brought an argument, like, before your relationship, was talking about relationship, before your relationship can break, before something happens, you would see signs. There are certain things that you will see, you say, this person like this, if I marry this person, and then Dabota was trying to tell Mariam, like, it's not always bad signs. So sometimes you don't even see anything. And sometimes it's not like bad signs. You just think that this is just, those is manly things, And The doctor kept insisting, like, Mariam, I'll have to disagree on you on this one. Sometimes there's no sign.
Communication and
they kept going back and forth. And always, Mariam said, yes, madam, since you are saying that there's no sign, why are you still single? Or is that why you are single? Because you keep on pretending like you don't see signs. Maria, you again. Anyways, that's how the episode was. I think it was incredibly amazing. There was already drama from the word go. The ladies came with fire. Everybody's not lying down for anybody. I'm seeing the Diadem, that's Ajola, trying to calm down for people. I'm like, Ajola, don't calm down for anybody, Biko. But anyways, until next episode, that's how the episode finished. Until next episode that is coming out, I think next week. I can't wait. I'm going to bring you guys the tea, every single thing that happened. You know me now. So until next episode, thank you very much. Let me be